Boy, it's 5 o'clock, 10 after 5, and I'm doing my daily trek into downtown Chicago. There's always a lot of things on my mind. Always. I always got stuff on my mind. I probably watch way too much news, and I realized today that according to Don Lemon down at CNN, I've been a radicalized white man. I kind of have an interesting heritage. My last name is Cruz, more as in Penelope and not Tom. It's the Hispanic version of Cruz, okay? On my father's side, they were Cuban nationals. Can you believe that? Cuban nationals they were. There's another part of my family that says it's Puerto Rican, but it's, how bad is it when you can't even get down to you can't even down to it. I found out recently that my grandparents on my father's side were black, so it's probably why I got such a handsome nose. So anyway, I've recently discovered that I've been radicalized. I'm a radicalized right-wing, appearing to be white male. I like to use my last name when it suits me. I wish I spoke Spanish. I should have taken Spanish. I should have learned Spanish, because then I could really pull it off. I could pretend I'm Hispanic when it suits my needs, and when I actually had an uncle. I had an uncle that told me not to change my name. I almost changed my last name at one time. And he told me, don't do it. He says, because that last name will be beneficial to helping you get jobs in the future. He worked for ComEd. He worked for ComEd for like 30 years. So, and because he said that, I decided to just keep my name. So anyway, I've been thinking about this. I start to lose my mind when I watch all these guys on CNN. I like to watch Fox. It's very pro-Trump, I get it, but they don't act like they're crazy. Those people on CNN, they act like they have lost their minds. I cannot stand it. It drives me out of my mind crazy. And I want to be informed, but I'm going to tell you, it's maddening. I don't like it that half our country is full of crazy people. I mean, it is not hard to see. Turn the news on every day, and you realize that half the country is crazy. They believe in some crazy stuff, and they act out on it. I can't believe that you have mobs of people. If something doesn't go their way in the political arena, they descend on various areas and act like fools. They're all these crazy young people. I go past Trump Tower, downtown Chicago from time to time. There's always some idiots out there. Like, they have nothing better to do with their time. I'm out here trying to work every day just to pay my bills, and you got these bozos out there playing around. So, yeah. So I am been called racist. I've been called racist by some of my ex-girlfriends who happen to be brown complected. And when I mean brown, really, really brown, okay? For some reason, I wasn't racist back then, but all of a sudden now I am, And, geez, this is how I look at people, okay? Everybody is an individual, okay? But you have different cultures, even within this country, all right, that embrace different things, right down from food to, you have to be a complete fool if you don't see that in our country there's different people that have a different culture. Go down south, go to Texas. Texans do things a little bit differently than people in the Midwest do. Just as we all have different dialect to our voices, an accent in different regions of where we come up with. It's in Minnesota, but you have different, all in all, we're Americans. We pretty much kind of embrace an ideal of certain things, but that's not going on anymore. Now we have crazy people We have crazy people who are, you have a really small minority of people that don't think they are the gender that they're born with. Well, good God, man. If I thought I was Napoleon Bonaparte, does that make me Napoleon Bonaparte? I could walk around telling people, I am Napoleon. I'm reincarnated from Napoleon. I know I'm Napoleon. I feel like Napoleon Bonaparte inside, because that's who I really am. That's who I identify with. That doesn't make me Napoleon. That makes me crazy. Okay? If you think you're a woman, you're a man, and you think you're a woman, there's something wrong. There is something wrong. You have a problem. If you are a human being, and deep down inside that you think you're a dog, you got a problem. See, this is what happens when we get rid of mental institutions. You end up with this. And then what happens, you get a whole bunch of people that are there affirming their delusions. They affirm their delusions. Well, who are you to judge that this person is not Napoleon Bonaparte? Who are you to judge that this person really isn't a dog inside? And who are you to judge that this man is really not a woman inside because he feels like that? Good Lord, honestly. If I told people I feel like killing somebody every day, does that make me a murderer? by their standards, yes it is. But thankfully we have laws that don't reflect that. But that might change. Oh my gosh, that might change. So anyway, so that's it. I am now officially a radicalized right-wing white male, and the shoe seems to fit me. And there's a lot of anger in you. I hear that stuff too. There's no anger in me. It's funny. It's funny. You know, if people don't know me, they don't understand my sense of humor. I get in trouble for my sense of humor all the time. And I've been discovering, since I'm probably working around more different people than I ever have in my life, I'm discovering that when I run in these liberals, they do not like my sense of humor. They don't. They don't. You know, I laugh when somebody falls off a ladder. I mean, I'm sorry. You know, I like the Three Stooges. I like that kind of stuff. You can't explain it to somebody when they don't have that kind of sense of humor. It just doesn't work. So, but anyway, so I want to tell the world, you know, that I am a white nationalist, racist at this point. You know, I'm sure that the federal authorities will look at these videos and make a judgment call on me, you know, in case, you know, I go postal and somebody reports me. Oh my gosh, come on, man, let's get real. Let's get back to sanity in this country. Let's get back to reality. Let's get back to common sense. Because we're living in a time where no one has this common sense anymore. And you take your talking points from CNN and MSNBC, it's just amazing. Every day, you know, and I tell people this, every day to me is like Christmas because of Donald Trump, because he enrages somebody else. This is a wonderful thing. It is a wonderful thing to see people who don't agree with you lose their marbles. I could care less if somebody's gay. I think it's ridiculous. It makes no sense to me. I don't think it's natural. But who am I to stop you from making out with somebody of the same gender? Dude, if that gets you off, just don't do that crap around me. You know, and I don't want to have to explain to a little kid in public what you're doing either. And that's part of the problem with part of the problem with you people. So, so this is just me. I just want to let the world know that I've been radicalized, and I'm now a white Hispanic right-wing male, and because of that combination, I'm deadly. I mean, I'm deadly. You've heard about, you know, the Hispanic male, Hispanic temper, in case you've never heard that stereotype. Well, it's, you know, it's legendary. It's legendary. So yeah, I'm just waiting to go postal, you know, according to CNN. I'm a domestic terrorist, yes, and something needs to be done about me, yeah. Aren't they great? And you know what? And it is. Trump is not kidding when he says it's fake news, because it is. It is just the most liberal propaganda I've ever seen in my life. It makes me insane. Okay, well, that's, what is that? 10 minutes of complaining, as usual. There's going to be like 5 people who watch this, but that's okay. I make these things for myself, not for anybody else. That's all that matters. I really don't care what anybody else thinks. Somebody very close to me once said, "It's none of my business what other people think of me." And you know what? That is absolutely true. And you know what? If more people lived by that, we would have less problems. It's none of your business what other people think of you. It really isn't. All that matters is what you think of yourself. It doesn't matter. Nothing else matters. Because at the end of the day, you have to live with yourself. You have to live with yourself. And what everybody says, what anybody calls you, whatever they say, it doesn't matter. It matters nothing. So, all hail to the white supremacist Hispanic guy, that fake Hispanic guy, or crazy, the radicalized right-wing white guy. That's what I am. Whatever they decide they're going to call me today. So, well, I have to endure more liberals driving, so that takes more full attention from me. Till next time.